Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold, and this is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. Today we're going to look at a game that was played today in the candidates between Praggnanandhaa and Nakamura. And we're going to look at the end of the game, although the end of the game, by my standards, is the last 25 moves. So we're going to skip the beginning. They got this position. Nakamura's a pawn up. He just took on f4 with his knight. And black has an advantage. And white can minimize the advantage by playing the only move, which Praggnanandhaa didn't find, probably in mild time trouble. It's move 29. And he should play the move king e1. And after king e1, which attacks the knight, and then eventually I'll try to take my pawn back, the agent says white can probably hold this position. Okay, instead, Praggnanandhaa played, I guess, the more obvious move for a human, and that's king e3. Attacks the knight twice, the e4 pawn's attacked twice. That seems more reasonable. But actually, that's a mistake. Knight d5 check, and we can't take the knight on d5 because black just takes back and black's up a pawn, and b2 pawn is weak, and the king is exposed. So Praggnanandhaa played king takes e4, which is correct. And this position, black has more than one good move. The best move is to play c5, which is not obvious, and the idea is to play rook e6 check later. And c5 also covers d4, in case we want to play rook d4 check later. But he took the knight on c3, and in this position, Praggnanandhaa made another mistake, which lost the game. He needs to play rook takes c3, and the reason he didn't do that is black checks, and then black takes on b2, and white's going to suffer down a pawn. Probably winning, but, close. And instead, he didn't want to lose his pawn, so he played b takes c3, and now white has 4 isolated pawns, and black is winning. Black has 2 moves that win, but he played the aforementioned c5, which is the best move, and white's king is just too exposed. And strangely, this position is just winning for black, even though the pawns are equal, because the white king is going to suffer. And also, white has almost no time on his clock, so he's got to play fast. Okay, he played rook f4, which is a mistake. The best move is king f4, trying to run away, and the engine says after rook e6 that black should be winning anyway with his great rooks and bishop, and, white has 4 weak pawns. Black is attacking one of them now. And instead, he played rook f4, bishop d5 check, the best move, king e3, h5 the best move, Nakamura always playing the best move in time trouble, c4, and in this position, everything wins. Naka played the safest, bishop a8. The engine likes what Praggnanandhaa did here, played knight h6, trying to get counterplay with, rook f7 check or something, rook e6 check, king moves back, rook f6, and the knight on h6 is going to be trapped. And that's exactly what happened. King g3. He's hoping that Nakamura trades rook, so maybe his king can get to g5 and defend his knight. But Naka just played rook h8. And now Praggnanandhaa has to be down a piece, so he's going to try to get some counterplay. Rook check. If you play king somewhere else, then the knight can go to f7. So king here, knight f5 check. If you play knight f7 here, then we just play rook f8 and the knight's pinned. So he got some pawns for his knight. C pawn is weak, the H pawn is weak. Okay, so 2 pawns for a bishop, no pass pawns for black. But time control was reached, so Nakamura mopped it up. Moved his king up the board. And now it's just 1 pawn. Nakamura secured the e6 square so that Praggnanandhaa can never get a dangerous passed pawn. Pushed his own passed pawn. And I really like the ending of this game. Rook d3, king b4, rook b3 check. That's a really nice move. Now, every move wins, but Nakamura wins the most clinical way. White plays the obvious king takes a4, and now he takes the rook, because the king can't stop the c-pawn. If he had played rook takes rook here, that's still winning, but you can't queen your c-pawn yet. So black will win in a few moves. But this wins immediately because after takes, we take, and then Praggnanandhaa resigned. If you take the rook, c3, and I make a new queen. Although if I was playing like bullet chess, I would make a knight, and then I would fail to mate with bishop and knight, and everybody'd laugh at me. Oh well. So here Praggnanandhaa resigned. This catapulted Nakamura temporarily into a tie for first. Although I think Nepo won his game, so I think Nepo's in clear first and Naka's in clear second right now. I think those are the standings. Today's Wednesday, so when you watch this video, there'll be different standings. I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Bye, everybody.